With doing YouTube over a decade now, I've actually picked up multiple tools that I actually use on a daily basis, from writing scripts to making thumbnails to even just helping myself out edit sometimes, that are absolutely for free. And I want to show you guys 10 of them that are absolute best of the best. So let's get right into it. The first free tool I'm going to recommend is Pixel. Now, it's got an R at the end instead of an E, but all you really need about this tool, if you need to do a thumbnail for your face and just to remove the background without going into Photoshop, doing all the fancy jazz to make it look clean, they actually have this tool where you literally just drop in your image, removes the background of your photo, just have your facial reaction in, and then you can apply that into your actual thumbnail, which is honestly so cool. Like, me doing this manually, hands down, is like tough. So being able to do this just for free using AI to actually clean it up is so good. Now, there are some imperfections here and there, but you can fix this easily within Photoshop already. And now for the second tool, if you don't have Photoshop, there's actually Photo P, which is kind of like the off-brand of Photoshop. However, it's free, pretty much has every resource you really need from Photoshop to make YouTube videos. And it's honestly just a great tool overall for beginners if they need a Photoshop they don't want to pay for. And you can do a lot of stuff with this. So yeah, those tools in themselves are pretty nice. Now, you might be wondering, like, that's cool and all, but how am I going to test my thumbnails? Well, don't worry. The next tool I got for you guys is called Thumbs Up. If you guys do not know how this tool works, you can literally put in thumbnail, you can also put in a title, and then of course it shows you how it looks like on the YouTube homepage, on mobile, and all this other jazz. That way you can see if it looks good or not, or maybe you want to modify the thumbnail title to see how it looks before you actually put it together for your final project. It's a very good tool. I've used it multiple times over. If I don't feel like a thumbnail looks good, I put it in there, see how it looks, because the biggest thing you should be looking out for when you make a YouTube thumbnail is the mobile version, making sure it's simple to understand, but at the same point too, you should be able to really emphasize the point within just a few little pictures. The next tool we got for yourself is a free editing software, which is DaVinci Resolve. Now, I would recommend like Premiere Pro, Cyberlink, Power Director, and all other jazz when you're starting on YouTube, but that's not honestly the case anymore. With whole YouTube now, you can really download DaVinci's Resolve. You get color correction with it, you can get video editing with it, you can use all this other jazz with it to make a whole YouTube video in itself without having to do anything. As long as you know how to edit, you can watch some YouTube videos on, of course, YouTube, and then you'll get so much information from that alone, make your first ever video. So like, if you don't have an editing software, use DaVinci Resolve. You might be wondering now, what can I use to write scripts for free which actually having to try too hard, which is ChatGPT. That is right, ChatGPT is honestly pretty crazy. Now, I know some people use it to fix code and stuff like that, but you can use it to list off maybe like, hey, this is what your intro wants to be. I want to have a short, quick intro. It'll generate something, and you can use that. Then you can, of course, modify it based on the feedback you want from it and what details you want about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool and stuff that. But then on top of that too, is that you can ask it to generate video ideas on subjects that might be interesting. Maybe like you want to have 5 how-to subjects for a certain game like Apex Legends. It'll generate subjects, and then it'll be ones based on like the information that goes off the web. And then usually there's some pretty good ideas, and then all you have to do afterwards, after it generates those 5 titles, is figure out which ones are good, pick the ones you want, then shorten them down just a little bit more by using resources on the web to figure out what is kind of the SEO target that you want to go for. Now, what you're looking for next is probably some B-roll you can use to actually spice up your videos. And of course, you don't want to pay for B-roll. That's why we recommend Pixel. Pixel's got an all archive of really good B-roll that you can use and pull from for videos, just in case if you need something, you can go there and grab it. And that's the good thing about it. Next thing I got for you is a way to get YouTube tags without having to try too hard. So we actually got this tool generator, Rapid Tags, and you can actually go to this website and just type in a key phrase you want to use, maybe like the car SMG reactive scan, or maybe something that some subject you're making a video for, and you type that key phrase, it'll give you actually tags you can place in your video, which will help with the SEO. So it's honestly a really cool tool. My friend actually Timothy Lee Reacts told me about this tool, and it's honestly been a lifesaver ever since. Sometimes I'm not looking for tags, and then I get this, I'm like, oh, I don't have to make tags myself. So it's very clutch. It is very, very clutch. The next tool we got ourselves is VidIQ, the extension. That is right. If you guys do not know, you can use VidIQ to actually check the SEO on your video, from likes, views, all that jazz, to see how your video is performing. But the also good thing about this too is that if you're doing a video on a similar subject that other people are doing right now, you can actually use it to get the tags in those videos and put them on your videos, which is pretty nice in itself, because sometimes what happens is, like, even though you have rapid tags, it might not be the best tags to suggest. So sometimes if you're doing a subject, you see other people have similar tags to you, you can copy their tags, add them to your video, and then you just modify them for, of course, your content, and then you're good to go. That's the good thing about the VidIQ. And if you're honestly feeling it, you can get the paid version, you get access to some really cool features they have, like daily video idea suggestions and also some other stuff that help with like thumbnail generation. But at a certain point in your YouTube career, you don't really need those tools because you'll be able to do it by yourself. Next up, the final extension is honestly a big one if you're actually like screenshots and having access to getting like footage and stuff like that without having to try too hard, which is the YouTube screenshot extension. Now, this extension is very nice, and just in case you want to go on the YouTube, find something you see somebody do to cover a video on, and you want to get a picture from it without having the screenshot on a computer, look very blurry and stuff like that, you can actually use this tool to get a screenshot of the actual video part that you want for a segment of your video, for maybe for some B-roll, maybe for something to re-emphasize something. It's just a really clutch tool that you really don't think about until it actually matters, and it's just, for the amount of times I've used it, it's just so nice. But that's of course 10 tools that you can use for absolutely free to add to your tool belt for making YouTube content. If you guys did find this video helpful, make sure to smash the like button and get subscribed. I plan to do a video next on going over 5 free OBS plugins that'll improve your YouTube game or streaming game significantly. So get subscribed so you don't miss out on that. Until then, have a great day. TechGrant out.